Bob Mortimer has joined us here this afternoon. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing fine, thank you, Simon. Thank you for inviting me on my favourite radio show, for it is that. It's a real pleasure. Thank you.
That's extremely nice and a very refreshing way to start an interview. Thanks very much for coming on.
Will I be seeing the Mr. Kermode, or will he come? Does he just come at 3?
No, I don't know what time he's in, actually. Would you like to meet him?
Well, kind of, because, you know, he's an interesting character. Is he a giant? Is he really very tall?
He's about a foot, about an inch taller than me, so he must be about 6'1".
Oh, about 6'1". He looks quite medieval.
He's a bit like Elvis.
Elvis?
I think, yeah, medieval Elvis.
Has he got a huge head, or is it just a tiny hairstyle, Sam?
Both.
It's both.
Both. I understand he's in the building and will walk in just to say hi.
Wow.
Although he won't know who you are because he only watches movies.
That's fair enough. I did want to ask him if I think the best film ever made is Room For Romeo Brass. I don't know if you've seen that film.
No, I haven't.
What Mark thought of it.
Well, he certainly won't agree that it was the best movie ever made, because I think we all know exactly.
It's that Exorcist thing with him.
It is that Exorcist.
Do you get on with him? So as a listener, it's difficult to just quite tell whether you get on with him or not.
Well, usually we're referred to as like an old gay couple, and we've worked together for a long time, so we kind of.
So you do get on.
Absolutely, we know each other very well.
It sometimes feels a bit like you're tolerated him.
Oh, well, that's certainly true, and he just about tolerates me. He's 5'11" apparently, which means he's shorter than me. He just feels taller than me. Maybe it's his.
I wanted him to be really tall.
It's the world's only medieval Elvis Presley's just walked in. Some people think he's 6'1", and he turns out to be 5'11". Mark Kermode, this is Bob Mortimer.
Hello, Mark.
How do you do? Well, pleasure to meet you.
He's a TV star.
Yes, no, I know who he is.
Do you?
Yes, I've seen his programmes and enjoyed them.
He's on television.
I know, unusually.
Have you seen A Room For Romeo Brass?
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And the best thing about that film is that all the way through, because Shane Meadows
Have you just run up the stairs?
Yeah.
You are the most you are the most unfit man I've ever met, though. So that's
I have 2 very young kids. I love A Room For Romeo Brass. In fact, I believe I was quoted on the poster for the Sight and Sound review. But Shane is just a fantastic filmmaker, and he tends to do one really great weird little movie. And then he went off and did Once Upon a Time in the Midlands, which was a bit of a, you know.
That was in it.
And then Dead Man's Shoes, which for me, outstanding British film of the year, which has just got nominated for a BAFTA in the best British film. And is really, you know, Death Wish comes to.
Paddy Considine, though, that performance in Romeo
He's great, isn't he?
It's just extraordinary.
But again, because he's the star in Dead Man's Shoes, and
Bob
he is
thinks it's the best film ever made.
It's very, very good, and it is. If you're a Shane Meadows fan, the smart money is on Room For Romeo Brass, which was sadly little. So they had that poster, which was just a pair of Y fronts.
Yeah.
Which
but if you don't know what that film's about, please don't find out. Just watch it because it's quite extraordinary.
Yeah. What was the black and white film he made with Bob Hoskins?
24/7.
It's okay.
It's all right.
It's not as good as A Room For Romeo Brass. Although there was a lot more press coverage for 24/7, you know, got really good. But Room For Romeo Brass is absolutely fantastic. And
we'll let you get your breath, okay? And would you like coffee or something?
I'd love to. Yeah, I'll have a coffee.
All right, okay.
You know, I think you do like each other.
Radio.
Do you want some biscuits?
Have you been telling him we're an old married couple?
A gay couple.
Well, that's all right, but that's fine. Yeah, it's the married bit.
Oh, okay. Well, let's not go there. As Mark's here, I just want to talk about movies because you mentioned the Shane Meadows film that you were in, and Catterick, which is this one of your new shows that you've been working on with Vic. Isn't there some plan to turn that into a movie, ideally?
No, it was originally a movie. And we had the go-ahead to make it. It's the oddest thing. It was with working title, Universal and working title. As long as we made it for 2 million or less. We got the green light, but then...
Can you make a film for 2 million or less?
Yeah, you can make it for 2 million or less. You can make a nice film for that amount. You know, it probably focuses your mind, to be honest with you. And, but we didn't make it. We didn't get ourselves together to do it. And so eventually it was chopped into 6 kind of thing to make this television series.
Called Catterick.
Okay, so Paddy Considine was going to be the star in it.
He was going to be the star of that, yeah, and because the character played in Catterick by Rhys Shearsmith from The League of Gentlemen was written and based entirely upon Paddy's character in Room For Romeo Brass.
Okay.
And we said, you don't mind doing that turn again, do you? He said, no, I enjoyed it, I'll do it again. But then...
But the incredible thing about Room For Romeo Brass is that people don't know how to take... And as you said, if you don't know anything about it, you shouldn't find out, you should just see it. But people don't know how to take... Paddy's character in that at all, and when he's doing the weird kung fu in the kitchen, and he is this kind of incredible thing, but it turns on sixpence, and that's why that film works so well.
And you feel so bad about your reaction to him in the first 20 minutes.
Exactly.